So I recently made a mistake, and I can sit here all day long and tell you that I didn't even realize it was happening until it was too late. And that's true. But if I'm being honest with myself, the bigger truth is that I was brushing off warning signs and feelings of conviction the entire week leading up to this moment. Bottom line, I went somewhere that I never should have gone in the first place, and I had an experience that shook my spiritual foundation. You see, the place I went to wasn't even bad, and the thing I did wasn't even wrong, but it doesn't matter. If I were paying attention, I would know that God was telling me it just wasn't the place for me to be in that moment. Paul says that everything may be permissible, but that doesn't mean that everything is beneficial. And God, in his sovereignty and in his love, was trying to send me warning signs and help me make a good decision regarding whether or not to walk into this space. But the enemy is a master manipulator, and he specializes in deception. And so every time I had a question mark about whether or not I should go, he swept in and helped me justify why I should go, until I swapped all of my question marks for periods and felt completely safe and confident in my decision to go. Well, I went. And like I said, I didn't do anything wrong, but I did stumble into an interaction that I would normally run from. And I didn't realize it at the time, but that's all the enemy needed to come in and wreak havoc on my life. Over the next week, chaos ensued. Thank God it wasn't as bad as it could have been, but it felt like everything that could possibly go wrong went wrong. There was constant discord in my family, and I was feeling physical manifestations of anxiety that I haven't felt in years. I knew in my spirit that something was off, and I was able to pinpoint it as spiritual warfare. I just didn't know why it was happening. So I prayed and I asked God to open my eyes. I asked him to give me spiritual vision, because I know that everything that happens in the physical realm coincides with what's happening in the spiritual realm around me. And so I knew that I had probably opened a door to the enemy at some point. I just didn't know where that was. And God was so gracious to help me pinpoint exactly when that moment was. And of course, I prayed and I confessed and I asked for forgiveness, and then I armored up so that that doesn't happen again. But the point of me sharing this story with you today is to encourage you in two ways. Number one, constantly pray for spiritual vision. Ask God to open your eyes and allow you to see what is happening in the spiritual realm around you, so that you can stand watch and stand firm and protect yourself and those that you love. And number two, listen to those warning signs and those convictions, even if they seem nonsensical. Even if you're sitting there saying, but God, this thing isn't bad, but this place isn't wrong, but I love this person, so I want to have this conversation. If you feel in your spirit that God is asking you not to go there, listen. Remember that he sees the big picture that you don't see, and trust his leading, because I can promise you it's for your benefit and the benefit of those around you.